Hi guys, my name is Danielle Lewitt, and today we're doing an oil change on a Fiat 500 2012. Okay, so first thing you're going to need to do is go to your local car parts store and get yourself some 5W30 synthetic oil. And the Fiat 500 uses a paper filter. This one is an 84341. All right. Tools we're going to need are your half-inch driver and 2 extensions. One of them short and one of them long. And you're also going to need a size 27 socket for the casing of the paper filter. Housing it's right there. Okay. Next up, you're just going to need yourself a wrench with a 10mm socket. And weird thing about this car is everything else is in millimeters, but the plug for the oil is in standard, and you're going to need a 5/8. That 10mm wrench right here is to take this covering off from the bottom of the car. In order for you to get access to the oil plug, you're going to have to take this off first. So let's get started. Let's go. So jack up your car. You're going to want to put it somewhere strictly sound. Put it on the frame right here. Okay, so this is where we use our 5/8 wrench. I've already loosened up a bit, but I'm just going to use my hand for the rest of this actually. Get that old oil out. There we go. Now let that drain for a minute. Now that we've let it sit a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and change out the oil filter. We've got to take off that plastic casing around it. So let's go ahead and drag our oil pan underneath so we don't drip anything. Yeah, that looks good. And this is where our half-inch driver and our extenders come in, okay? So what you want to do is go ahead and assemble the longer one on your driver, and then go ahead and assemble your 27 and your shorter one together like that. Okay, now this bar is in the way of us turning that casing, so we're gonna slip this through, the long one through, and put the 27 on the casing, and then all you gotta do is connect these two. All right, now make sure this is on your left because we're taking it off. Oh man, there it goes. And take it off. It's pretty loose. When it's loose enough, from this point you can go ahead and get it from your hand. So we're gonna take apart our tool. That. Just go ahead and, without touching anything too hot, you can hear it draining down there. Ooh. There it goes. There's your old oil filter. Now that that's leaked out there a little bit, you're just going to take your old filter, pop it out like that, and put in your box. All right, notice that that's the top, so on your new filter you're gonna have to put it in that way. All right. Okay, so it's easiest for you to go ahead and slip your paper filter in first and then put the cover on. So get it in through this way. Jeez. All right. Then go ahead and use a wrench from here. Note that these ridges go down when you're installing it. Now, just like you did before, slide that long one in first. put that one over the top, but it's not screwed in this time, so you're gonna have to hold it a little bit. And make sure this is flipped right, like that. Put it in there. There you go, tight. Go ahead and disassemble your wrench. Alright, now before we install the plug back on, we're gonna push our oil pan back underneath there and let down our jack and let the rest of the oil spill out of the car. And there's the remaining oil coming out. Now we gotta put our plug back in. So the first thing you're gonna do is make sure that your jack is lined up with your frame. Mine's looking pretty good. And jack it back up. Safety first. Put your guard here and hold this up a little bit higher. Somewhere sturdy like your frame. There's your 5/8 plug. Go ahead and put it in there and tighten with your hand a little bit. There you go. Should go in pretty easy. All right. Take your wrench. There it is. All right. There it goes. Just tighten it. Like that. We're gonna let down our car. Okay. There you go. And all you gotta do is add your oil. Take off our cap here. Funnel in place. Clean oil in. Remember that this is a 5-quart bottle and that this engine only takes 4 quarts. On the side of your bottle, you should have a little gauge so you can know how much is left. We're about 1.5 and we need to put about 0.5 quarts into this engine before we have it. Put your cap back on and we're gonna start our car and let it run for a little bit.
No oil light?
No oil light. That's a tire.
No.
Alright, now we're gonna turn the car off and check the oil. Check our oil. It's right about there actually. Okay. So to reset our oil counter, what you're gonna wanna do is turn your key to the on position. Don't start your car, but turn it on. And pump your accelerator 10 times in 10 seconds. Then turn it off and start the engine. Okay? Turn it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. We don't have an oil light. That's a tire pressure light. Now we're gonna